Okay, so this is our latest completed project. This is a 2014 Polaris built gem. So the 2013, 14, and 15 models are the last of the classic body style. So this is before they changed them over to the new current minivan style. This is the last of the old classic style, and these are the ones, in my opinion, these are the best gems that were ever made. These have the cross-drilled rotors, as you can see between the wheels in there. They have the dual piston calipers. They have the tubular A-arm suspension. So instead of the old square tubing like the older gems have, this is the ones that Polaris built. And so they have the Polaris brake lines, the Polaris master cylinder, Polaris tubular dual A-arms. Same thing with the rear. In the back here, so they have the tubular axle, but all of the cross tubing is done out of the, it's kind of hard to see in here, but take my word for it, it is Polaris built. And these ones, these particular models, the 13, 14, and 15s, they drive like a Lexus. They're just super smooth, one finger steering, and they're just awesome in my opinion. So anyways, we just finished this car. So the history of this car, we purchased this one brand new from the dealership back in 2015. We bought it right off the showroom floor from Iron City Polaris and did a full custom paint job. So the entire car was done in blue, and then it had kind of like black seats with blue stripes and things like that, and then different wheels and all that type of stuff. So we had an opportunity to buy this one back from the customer. He actually upgraded to a newer gem, and we basically took this back in on trade, and then I sanded the entire thing down, broke every body part out on it. So we took the right upper out, we took the lower middle section out, the back quarter panel, same thing on the left side. We took off the nose, the tail, the upper and lower dash. Obviously the seats came out, pulled the controller out, and we break these, the trunks now, we've been actually breaking these apart. So when we're painting these now, we're breaking them into three pieces. So we take the upper off from the lower, and then we're dismantling them from the rear mounting cage now. That allows us to paint that nice, much nicer back there. We used to just paint it all together. Now we're doing it differently. So when we reassemble it, we put all new black, Allen head powder coated bolts. And then if you look at the body, when we put it back together here, all black powder coated bolts all the way across. Everything matches. All the trim has been blacked out. So black trim here, black trim here. This car we painted in a Ford Raptor. This is called Satin Titanium Metallic. So this is basically a Ford Raptor color, and that titanium Ford color was what they call it. And then we did a satin top coat, clear coat over it. So that gives it that kind of matte sheen, which is really pretty in my opinion. We've done some matte black ones. I don't think we've ever, maybe I have, I just can't remember. But this matte titanium finish is beautiful in person and just really looks tough. We did the carbon fiber grills up here in the front, and then smoked the lenses front and rear, did our traditional LED headlights like we do on all of our cars. In the rear here, we did the flush LED tail lights that are mounted in the the rear fender there, and then we also added these rear LED upper pillar lights. I do this on pretty much every gem that we build. LED license plate light in here, and then our smoke tinted EV Designs plate cover. And I'll show you what that looks like. It's actually really cool at nighttime. It's just, a lot of times a Suburban or a big old truck is following you or something along those lines, and when they get real close to you, with their hood up, they really don't know that your brakes are on. So when we add these upper lights back here, you can see what I mean as far as like the visibility. It just really increases that, in my opinion. Same thing with the right side. You see the upper and lower, and then when you apply the brakes, essentially everything flashes. So when you apply the brakes, I have it on flash mode just to show you for demonstration purposes, but the lower, the upper, and then the third brake light up there on the top illuminates, so it's very safe. And then obviously the same in the front. And then when you actually power the headlights on, you can see what I mean here. If it was nighttime right now, you'd be amazed how bright it is. It'll light up all the way to that hotel over there. But these lights are insanely bright. We've been using these lights for years on just about all of our gems. And they're just so much more efficient. They don't get hot. The wires don't get hot. It's just very efficient and incredibly bright. Now this car only has 1,262 miles on it. That's not the trip mode. That's what the actual car has on it, 1,262 miles. The people that we built this for initially, they just hardly ever drove it. I mean, it just sat in the garage up in Scottsdale, and that was that. The seats we did in our black carbon fiber with medium gray diamond centers and then medium gray piping on the outer edge, and then we use black stitch threading in between the diamonds. Sometimes we do color matched stitch threading, but on this one I wanted to throw a little bit of flair in there, so it really accentuates the fact that there's diamonds there when you put the black in between the diamonds. All of our cars get brand new seatbelts, front and rear, and we blacked out the upper dash, blacked out the column, blacked out the steering wheel, everything like that. New gem logos. The really cool thing about this car is this one has the tilt wheel feature. That's very rare in the world of gem cars. So let's imagine you had a very small person in your family that wanted to start learning how to drive, like a kid maybe, or maybe your wife is shorter or something like that. This gives full range of motion to be able to sit up here and learn how to drive, or just be easier to drive if you happen to be a shorter person. So that's kind of a really cool thing. New mirrors, 4-panel wide mirror up here all the way across the top. New mirrors on the outside. New windshield wiper. That's kind of the detail that we do on everything. Is just upgraded. Like I said earlier, all the trim is blacked out. The wheels on this one were old school. These are ITP 14-inch SS-312s, and we've had these wheels sitting in our shop for, it has to be over a year. They've just been sitting there stacked up, in the corner, and I pulled them out the other day. I said, you know what, I'm going to use these on a build, and I just think that they just go perfect with this car, with the satin and the black and the two-tone gray on black. It's like they were made for this car. Put brand new mods 205/30/14 tires on here, and just a badass looking car, man. I really love this car. We did our EV Designs low profile roof rack up on the top. The more I walk around it, the more I start noticing little things. Black side step rocker covers. This one came from the factory with that. I will explain the lights as well. This one has the 2-position switch. So one position is white, and then you flick it the other direction and it goes blue, which is kind of cool. And then up here we also have these camping style lights. We put LED bulbs up there with brand new platinum batteries. So these will last probably 5 years. These batteries in here, if you just sporadically use them. Super bright at night too with the LED bulb. All of our gems get a new ignition system. Gems are notorious for having real crappy ignitions where you kind of have to jiggle the key up and down. Sometimes they work, sometimes they don't. We put a new ignition in every gem that we build with an individual key, so only that key is for this car. New dual USB 3.0 charge port up here in the front. Brand new Sony Bluetooth sound system. So that gets, I don't want to let it connect to my Bluetooth because it'll stop the video, but that plays through the 6.5-inch speakers up front, and then the 6x9 speakers in the rear. Brand new batteries, and when I mean brand new, I mean like today, brand new. We just put them in. Group 31 sealed, maintenance free, gel style batteries with a 1-year warranty. They'll last every bit of 2 to 5 years depending on how well you keep the car charged and keep it maintained. This one also has a brand new high-speed magnet that we put in, like a motor magnet kit. We do those in pretty much every gem that we build these days. I'll take a real quick rip and just kind of show you how amazing this car drives. So I'm just going to kind of gradually accelerate here, and you will see what I mean by how this thing really, it just rips. It's such a smooth, quiet, doesn't rattle or squeak or jiggle or anything like that. So there you have it. Beautiful car, there's no doubt about it. I really like this one a lot. This one is currently available. If you're interested, just go to any Google or search engine and type in custom gem cars. We'll pop right up, or you could just go to Elevate Designs or EV Designs and you will find us. And we're here to answer any questions you may have.